Hello, hello. Happy December. I just woke up, did my skincare, so I look a little rough, but I wanted to start out my new reading vlog. I am pretty sure this is going to be my last video of the year, so as sort of like a holiday cheer thing, I wanted to read my holiday romances. They're all blue. Interestingly enough, I wanted to just list off the title, introduce them a little bit. The first one that I have is an ARC, A Winter in New York by Josie Silver. I love Josie Silver. She is the author of One Day in December and The Two Lives of Lydia Bird, both of which I gave 5 stars and really loved. So I'm so glad to have this ARC. It already came out though. Couldn't tell you what it's about. Heard that it's Josie Silver and I'm super excited about it. Apparently it's about a young chef and who stumbles upon her secret family recipe that might lead her to love. I have a Hanukkah type romance, the Matzah ball, which works because currently it is Hanukkah. I believe I saw Haley and Brooklyn talking about this, and I believe that this is about a Jewish woman who is an author of really popular Christmas romances, and I think her publisher wants her to write a Hanukkah romance, and she doesn't find it to be quite as magical as Christmas, but she doesn't want to lose her contract, and she's determined to find her muse at the Matzah ball, and I guess this turns into her own romance. This one is also a recommendation from Haley and Brooklyn, The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. Rin is stuck at the Denver International Airport. She bumps into a guy named Xander, and they accidentally swap phones, and then they have to find each other. This one's actually YA, interestingly enough. Interesting that they're all blue. I'm excited. I don't know which one I will start. I guess I will ask Coda which one I should start with, but I'm really excited for some romance. Today I'm hoping to be more productive, so I've got some work done. Last night I even planned out my schedule for YouTube for next year until like mid-February, so I'm feeling really good. After I finish journaling while I catch up on Riley Marie's vlog, I want to read more of this. I barely made a dent in the 2 days that I've read it. I'd like to possibly finish this, but that doesn't seem realistic, so I'd like to make it at least like 70% of the way through. Nothing's really happening so far because I'm only 108 pages in, except that Rachel and Jacob have now reunited, and obviously he's like a total Adonis. He's so hot. He's also a really successful businessman, I think, and he is in charge of the Matzah ball, and she needs to get tickets. It's a sold out event. He's like doing really well in planning this thing, and it's supposed to take place over the 8 days of Hanukkah. So far, Rachel, she has a chronic illness. She has chronic fatigue, but no one seems to really understand that. And as the prominent rabbi's daughter, all eyes are on her and her family, and so she finds it really difficult to be within that community where people are constantly judging her for seeming to be out of place or going against the religion. So she's not as observant in her adult life. I also wanted to take the time to say that I'm reading a Jewish book, but that's not to say that I support a Zionist country. Whatever you're able to do for Gaza, for a free Palestine, please do that. I saw a new thing where I'm able to donate just even $20 to make little care packages for menstruators. They're trying to raise as much money as they can so that they can make, well, actually not even just for menstruators, it also includes things like hairbrushes and nail clippers. Please keep reaching out to your senators, especially in the US, who does not support a ceasefire and keeps supporting a genocide. It is a huge privilege to be able to swipe away from what's going on, to just see reels and tap through and think, oh, that's not my life right now. I don't want to see that. It's so horrifying looking at this blood and dead bodies, because that's not your life right now. It's so easy to like spiral into this, and it's really scary. So please just do whatever it is that you are able to do from where you are for these poor people who are unable to escape from their current reality. So that's not to say that I'm reading this and I support anything like that, and that's not to say that just because I am in support of Gaza and free Palestine that I don't support Jews. It is just about humanity and people, and protecting people who have done nothing wrong, and protecting people who are being wiped out in thousands in just a matter of 2 months. Not sure why this comment needed to be included in comparison to Matzah ball versus other events. Good morning, afternoon. I would like to finish reading the Matzah Ball today. I'm getting ready to also go watch a movie with my family. I'm going to go watch The Boy and the Hare on the new Miyazaki film. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a little bit of a darker theme. We are able to go find one with subtitles instead of being dubbed because garbage. I'm about 70% of the way through so far and I'm not really feeling it. They claim to be each other's first loves because they met at summer camp in the 7th grade, but it didn't seem like there was anything there. They just liked to play pranks on each other, but I don't see how that turns into this huge obsession. Like they haven't even hooked up yet, but mostly because it's supposed to be enemies to lovers because Rachel really hates Jacob for like humiliating her at summer camp, and there's a whole misunderstanding because Jacob thinks that Rachel totally stood him up, but I just don't really see anything except for this initial attraction. I don't really see this deep felt connection between the characters at all, and the romance is not believable for me. Now there's 30% left. I'm hoping there's at least going to be a first kiss because went to the library and picked up my new book, All the Dangerous Things. Also went to Sephora to pick up mascara. I haven't bought mascara in years, so I also got a lash primer. Delivery of a phone microphone came. Testing. Wanted to see if I could use this as an incentive to vlog more outdoors. Is this audio working? I don't know, but let me check the footage. It's not bad. I actually kind of like it. And it came with 2, so that's really cool. This is the one that I got. I like watched a whole ass YouTube video on phone microphones before I got it. As part of my little haul, I forgot to also mention, wow, that's dirty, that my book came. I purchased Bright Young Woman by Jessica Knoll, which is so weird because my sister's actually reading this book and I had no idea. She was like annotating something and I was like, oh, are you reading that for class? Because she's in grad school. She was like, no. And I realized I could have just borrowed her copy, but I ordered this and I think I might just keep it for my own sake because she has friends who want to borrow her copy. I'm excited to read this. The holds on this for the library was so long, which is understandable. I guess it's really popular. It also was a Goodreads Choice winner, and it's going to be a book true pick for January, so I figured if I wanted it in time, why not just buy it? My sister says it's good, so hopefully I will enjoy it. I finished the Matzah Ball. Yikes. I could not buy into the romance of this at all. You're telling me that you are basing your romance with this person, your supposed love for this person, on someone that you met at 12 years old. That could be really cute, but you have had no contact with this person. You hated this person. You didn't even go on any dates with this person, and suddenly you just know that you love this person. I guess there was a concept in this book about destiny and soulmates, but it wasn't even like a love at first sight situation, which I maybe could have bought into as like a insta-lovey type of situation. I just couldn't buy into it at all, and it seemed ridiculous to me. I feel like them wanting to be happy and dating in the epilogue would have made sense, but I didn't see how this could have turned out into marriage so quickly. I didn't see it at all. I was reading the author's note at the end, and the author is actually pulling from her own experiences of ME or CFS, which the main character Rachel suffers from or has. It is chronic fatigue syndrome, or the medical term myalgic encephalomyelitis, but it is chronic fatigue syndrome, and I don't want to take away from that experience at all. It's very difficult to hold full-time jobs, I believe, and for people to see that as a real condition. So I think in terms of chronic illness rep, it's definitely there, especially with the author pulling from her own experiences. But I just could not see this as a romance at all. I didn't really see Jacob as like a full fleshed out person. So 2.5 stars. Coda has a fever, so I'm trying to like do everything for him while I can before I leave for work. But I ended up going with The Chaos of Standing Still because I figured that I didn't want to end with a YA book. This is about two people, Rin and Xander, who run into each other at the airport. They swap phones. They're stuck in the airport though. There's like a huge blizzard that's coming through and everyone's flights are being canceled. They're stuck at the airport. Rin is going through some stuff. She's, I think, 17. She is grieving. She lost her best friend and her parents are also divorced and she's like on the way to visit her dad and his new wife. So she's going through therapy. She also just moved to a new city. Isn't really making friends while struggling through grief. Her mom doesn't really know what to do. She thinks this guy, Xander's really into her and she's like not having it. I am about 56 pages through this, but obviously Rin is not in a good place. She's really upset. Her friend who died, Lottie, she like breathed a lot of life into Rin. She helped her to be more adventurous. She was just more fun. Rin just hears Lottie's voice in her head in terms of trying to be a little bit more cheerful, trying to maybe see things a different way. But she relies a lot on her phone because she is trying to look up answers for any question that she might have. So there's a lot of uncertainty in her life which she feels uncomfortable with and she cannot really move on. She has a last text message from her friend that she has not yet opened. In this airport, it's supposed to be Xander is the one that helps her kind of move past it and kind of take the first step into moving on. I'm only 56% of the way through, like I said, so there's not much that I can say except that Rin is really hurting. Hello. Oh my god. Please excuse the hair. I'm doing like a hair mask before I shower. It's been like a few days later because I was sick. Coda came home one day from work and my sister's dog sitting also. We'll get to that. She came home from work one day and he said that he had chills and that he felt so awful. And I was like, okay, just to be sure, let's check your temperature before you go to bed. And he was like 100 already. He like was out for a few days and I was taking care of him. And then a full 24 hours later, I got sick too. And it was also like right after work. It was as if like my body was waiting until the workday was over that I started coughing, and it didn't feel like a regular cough because it was like an insane amount of phlegm. TMI, I'm so sorry. And then I got a fever. I was out for like 2 days. Yesterday, I finally felt like my brain fog was gone. My fever was a little bit up and down, but it's like finally gone today. I'm still taking off work to not overexert myself and to just allow myself more time to recuperate. So I'm doing like laundry. I'm gonna finally shower. It was such a relief when I was finally able to brush my teeth and wash my face yesterday because like grime, like the buildup on my face was so nasty. I'm feeling so much better. The cough is really bad. I have a work friend, my friend Emily. She's also sick. She has a fever too. Her friends have been telling her that RSV is going around, and I think it might be that too because the coughs that I'm doing are so bad, like to the point that I'm gagging and it feels like something's like stuck here and in my lungs and it's just not coming out. I didn't get to read it all. I am of course behind on my Goodreads goal again, and it sucks because the first day I read like 50% of this in one go. My sister's friend from grad school is off on holiday and she left us with one of her pups. This is Kotetsu. She's a little Pomeranian. One of my goals for like the end of the year for December was to get a new bed frame that I have under bed storage. So I'm gonna install that over the weekend. That's there. And then to unload all of my books from my boxes because I have not done that since moving in. 3 months ago. Oh my god, I've been here 3 months. So I unloaded some books. This is in no way, shape, or form organized at all. I did end up making this like a fantasy shelf though, LOL. And then this ended up being like the shelf of unread books, which I probably will put somewhere else entirely. And then those are my Japanese books. Some fantasy ended up there as well. But I still have like 6 more boxes of books. So I definitely will need to buy a bookshelf
bookshelf, which I knew that it was coming. I just like didn't want to do it right away or like find the space to do it, but I think it would be nice to have 2 full bookshelves of my own and to find a way to organize them. I need to factor in how I will fit in a bookshelf organization video for the next year because I hadn't considered that idea at all. I'm actually looking forward to it, so please be on the lookout for that, and bear with me as we catch up on some reading because we are in for some work. Hello. Hello. I've read quite a bit of A Winter in New York, and I'm finally doing my check-in because I want to sit here and finish this book because I'm 3 books still behind on my Goodreads goal. Is that what's going on right now? So I'm reading A Winter in New York by Josie Silver. It's obviously a romance in New York, and this is following our 2 characters, Iris and Gio. Iris is supposed to look like Jess from New Girl, so Zooey Deschanel, but she's British, so all I can think of is that she looks like Kate Winslet from The Holiday, because I'm pretty sure that's her character's name. Gio's like Italian American, and she runs into him to save his... That's the laundry. She's living in New York for a short period of time to escape her life in the UK, in London, and she runs into Gio, who has a gelato shop, like a family-owned gelato shop. They only have one flavor, which is vanilla. His father had like a stroke or something and doesn't remember quite a few things, so he no longer remembers the family recipe of the famous vanilla flavored gelato. Iris is there to help, but she has a secret, and that she like secretly is connected to his family in some way. Their romance is really cute. I mean, I've been like flying through this. I'm already 200 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. It's nice also because they're a little bit older. They're almost 40. Gio is now a single dad. His wife passed away a few years ago. Iris is running away from like the trauma of her ex-boyfriend. I'm kind of confused about that. It did feel like we sort of jumped into her life, and I'm not really 100% understanding what the trauma is there. But I really love her relationship with Bobby, who is like her landlord slash her now best friend in the States. I really love Gio's family dynamic and how big they are, especially with Iris being an only child. But we did start like the 3rd act where they sort of semi broke up even though they weren't really officially dating. I'm interested to see if she's about to tell him the truth about how she knows his family-ish, because I think that she could really save Christmas for them. I just finished A Winter in New York by Josie Silver, and I'm giving it 4 stars. I don't think anything will ever quite top One Day in December for me. I'm kind of sad I didn't catch it in a vlog because I ugly cried so hard reading that book. I loved how Gio's family, the Bellattis, all kind of banded behind Gio and Iris's relationship, and they all just really fell in love with Iris as well. The ending felt a little bit like a Hallmark movie, but I feel like because it talked about some cheesy moments that happen in a Hallmark movie, I feel like it was kind of fitting that it was like that, and I truly liked this. I think Iris and Gio are really cute. I think that the epilogue made a lot of sense. I love Josie Silver. I've been waiting to pick up her other book, One Night on the Island, I think, because it felt more like a summer book, but I've kind of held that off, so I definitely would like to get to that in 2024. But that is going to be the last book that I'm reading for this vlog. I don't know if you can hear Kotatsu barking. That means my clothes are done in the dryer. I read a total of these 3. I gave the Matzah ball 2 stars. The Chaos of Standing Still, I think I gave 3.5 stars. I'm giving this 4 stars, so it seems like it went up. I still had a really enjoyable time. It's kind of hard for me to see this season to be festive without it being a white Christmas. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everyone. Thank you so much for keeping up with me for this year. I hope you enjoyed watching my vlogs, and I hope that you still will continue to do so in the next year. I appreciate anyone who has come across my channel and taken the time to watch anything that I've uploaded. I truly appreciate it. I'm really excited for what's to come for next year. Anything you'd like to see from me, any ideas that you may have for me for reading vlogs, please comment them down below. I do have a goals video that I would like to talk about, like looking at my Goodreads goal, my wrap up, video ideas, things I want to try on my channel here. But if there's anything in particular that you would like to see, I would absolutely love to try it. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you all next year. Bye!